Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Molly Hendrickson with an update from Denver 7. A lightning strike is suspected of starting a fire at a Greeley church. The flames started during Sunday service at the Faith Tabernacle Church. Fire crews say it started in the attic and quickly spread. They worked overnight putting out hot spots. Church officials say their close-knit community will help rebuild.
We're going to march on. We're gonna make it. We'll do what we got to do. Because we have an important work that we need to do here in the community.
Right now, church officials and fire crews are assessing damage to see just how much needs repaired. Fortunately, all of the 180 people inside the church at the time made it out safely.
All across the metro, communities are deciding how to deal with the growing homeless population here. Today, Centennial city officials discuss implementing an urban camping ban within the city. Denver 7's Micah Smith explains the reason for the proposed rule.
There aren't as many tents set up in Centennial as you may see in other Denver metro communities, but some residents here say urban camping is becoming a problem, especially given the fact that other communities have issued urban camping bans, pushing the transient population out and toward places like Centennial that don't have a ban in place. We talked to a few residents who say in areas near creeks, trails, and parks, they're starting to see needles, empty bottles, and trash. They say they want to help those in need, but don't believe allowing urban camping is the answer. But we also talked to one man who is currently living out of his car. He did not want to give us his name, but told us he opposes the camping ban.
I feel bad for anybody that's homeless, but when it comes, I have a 9-year-old little boy, and there's needles, there's alcohol, bottles all over. I don't want that around my son.
They see people out there all the time, using drugs or whatever, drinking, whatever they may be doing, They know the people that they constantly arrest and so forth, and then there's people that are just sitting in their car trying to, sleep for the night.
Tonight there will be a public hearing on the proposed urban camping ban that's happening during the regular Centennial City Council meeting at 7. Reporting in Centennial, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
This week, Denver Public Schools could be making a big investment when it comes to safety. Tomorrow, the City Council will debate whether to pay $2 million to get more school resource officers on campus. If the money is approved, the officers would start this fall.
Today, Inglewood city officials could take another step toward fixing serious flooding problems there. It comes in light of a woman drowning when floodwaters filled her basement last summer. And then just last week, a large sinkhole opened up on Santa Fe Drive from flooding. The city plans to meet today to talk about replacing old pipes, creating a drainage way, and helping people flood-proof their homes. Probably the most important, though, the city officials will discuss how to pay for the project.
Protests were not enough for a group of Denver residents concerned over the killing of geese at Wash Park. They're now taking those concerns to City Council to get some action. Last week, Denver Parks and Rec crews started rounding up geese and killing them. Their meat is being used to feed needy families. The city says it helps control the population, which they say causes problems at city parks. Concerned residents say the city is overstepping its boundaries.
Just asking for one thing, since we have tax-paying dollars who are actually going towards the roundup of the geese, not only here at Wash Park, but throughout the city, we want to have information. We want to have a sense of transparency and accountability.
The group against the geese killings will take their concerns to City Council Wednesday. They say they want the city to hold a public forum to explain why it decided on this method. The global Hyperloop conference kicked off this morning in Golden.
It is an interesting concept, and experts from around the world will talk about the high-speed train that could get us from Denver to Boulder in just 4 minutes. Denver 7's Nicole Brady talked to organizers beforehand who will be outlining the challenges to make it happen.
The Hyperloop Advanced Research Partnership is putting on the conference today and tomorrow, and organizers tell me that they believe they'll be sitting on a Hyperloop somewhere in the world by the year 2030, 11 years from now. There are a lot of obstacles to overcome to make that a reality. The Hyperloop technology is currently being tested at multiple sites around the world, including here in the U.S., but technology is just one hurdle. Another big one is getting the right of way to build this. That's actually going to be the first topic of discussion at today's conference. Organizers believe a Hyperloop that travels along the same general route as I-70 through the Midwest may be a feasible option, but that doesn't mean that Colorado will be entirely left out.
If you think about, well, if you build a segment on along I-70 between some Midwest cities, where does it go next? It comes right out here to Denver.
Another hurdle is the cost of this. Right now, it's estimated building a Hyperloop would cost about $200 million per mile. As a comparison, the train to DIA, the train to the plane, the A-line, costs just over $50 million per mile to construct. Nicole Brady, Denver 7.
Doesn't come cheap. All right, thanks, Nicole. As we continue to go through summer, our state's historic snowpack is making streams and rivers rise to historic highs. The USGS says as temperatures rise and snowmelt continues, some rivers are running about 400% higher than normal. That includes Boulder Creek, the Arkansas River, the Colorado River, and Eagle River. There is a tubing ban in place right now along Boulder Creek and Clear Creek through Jefferson County. And now for a check of our forecast, here's Lisa.
It's going to be a beautiful start to the day. We're going to be under a mostly sunny sky early on. So some pretty good pool weather, pretty warm and dry early on. Mid 80s expected by early afternoon. By about 2 to 3 o'clock, we'll hit 85 in town. Now, storms are going to develop this afternoon. So by about 2, you might have to scramble from the pool. We are looking at a risk again for some severe weather. Larger hail yet again possible here near Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins. So here in the green, that's where we have a marginal risk of severe weather. Slightly higher chance of seeing some stronger storms up near Sterling and Akron where you see the yellow. So today, chance of storms, pretty good chance. We're going to be in the mid 80s this afternoon. So it's a beautiful, nice, warm afternoon. But tomorrow's going to be pretty toasty and really dry. We're looking at very few storms just to the north of the state. That's where we'll see a marginal risk of severe weather. But here it's going to be hot and dry. So mostly sunny on Tuesday. So an even better day out at the pool. The park could get a little hot though. Wednesday, we're close to 90. Slight chance, about a 10% chance for a few storms Wednesday and Thursday. So as you look at the big picture on the Super 7-day, things are going to really dry out and really warm up. We've got 2 of our warmest days this week, Thursday and Friday. And on Friday, the Rockies will be back in town. We've got the All-Star break this week. But for the game Friday night, first pitch is at 6:40, upper 80s by that point, and then we'll see some mid to upper 70s by the end of the game. So it's going to be a beautiful Friday. Heading into the weekend, you guys, low 90s expected both Saturday and Sunday.
All right, thanks, Lisa. Navigating growth in our Colorado has become a constant struggle. Colorado Parks and Wildlife is dealing with the growing pains as well.
Recreational shooting is rising in popularity, and with that comes safety concerns. Denver 7 reporter Eric Lufer explains what land management agencies are doing to fix it.
So here's what's happening. People are going out on public lands, pulling over and shooting. They may be shooting near a hiking trail or there's a nearby house they don't see. Others aren't picking up after themselves. I talked with one recreational shooter who noticed all this.
People started leaving trash. They didn't clean up after themselves. They left all their empty brass and shotgun shells out there. And then what happens? They start closing it down. And there's nowhere to shoot.
That was Gary Prater. He spends a lot of time shooting with his son at the Cheyenne Mountain Shooting Complex in Colorado Springs, a great facility. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says there needs to be more managed ranges like the Cheyenne Mountain Shooting Complex. That's why the Southern Shooting Partnership was created. It's made up of a group of different land management agencies. They're putting their heads together to figure out ways to develop safe places to go and shoot to alleviate conflicts happening in open spaces across the state.
Hopefully it will be a win-win where the shooting public will have better places to go and recreate, and the other people out on public lands are not having the conflicts between different user groups.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife manages a shooting range development grant program. It awarded the U.S. Forest Service a planning grant to study 6 or 7 locations on Forest Service lands to determine if any of those locations would be appropriate for a gun range. That process is still in the early stages. But it all starts by being a responsible shooter, so before you head out to shoot, go to the Colorado Parks and Wildlife website. There's a tool there that shows all the public gun ranges all over the state. I'm Eric Lufer, Denver 7.
Eric, thank you. It is Money Saving Monday, and every Monday at this time we bring you deals to help save you money.
If you are struggling to find things to do with the kids this summer, we have some free and discounted ideas.
History Colorado is offering free admission for kids 18 and under. The Denver Art Museum is offering free admission for kids 18 and under as well. Several bowling alleys are offering free games for kids this summer. And the Downtown Denver Aquarium is offering discounted admission for kids and parents after 3 p.m. Monday through Thursday. You can get the details on all of these deals right now on our free Denver 7 app. This weekend, the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo welcomed its newest addition, this cutie, baby giraffe. Zookeepers say it seems like she and mom are doing just fine.
Wobbly legs and all. Per tradition, the zoo will wait until she's 30 days old to name her. The newborn is the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo's 201st giraffe birth. Thank you for watching this Denver 7 Now update.
Make sure you check back here later today for another update and download the free Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great day.